Hey, they rounding these inmates up, and I'm not surprised because I knew none of them was gonna leave Louisiana. I'm sure everybody felt the same way, but lo and behold, they got 5 out of 10. Friday, May 16th, 10 inmates escaped Orleans Parish Justice Center by breaking into a cell, breaking a sink and toilet unit off the wall, cutting a hole in it, and leaving. They left the building at 1:01 a.m. and the search did not start until 5:30 p.m. that same day. Nobody noticed they were gone until 8:30 a.m. when they were doing a head count of everybody that was in their cells. With the search not beginning until 5:30, that means they had half the day to get out of New Orleans, to leave Louisiana. The person that was supposed to be watching the cameras at the time they escaped said they went to go get food and they missed the whole thing. Ain't that a load of baloney? Anyways, that same day, Friday, May 16th, 3 of them got caught. Saturday and Sunday, it was pretty quiet, but Monday they caught another one, and Tuesday they caught another. You can actually bet on who gets caught by Friday, if anybody does get caught. If you do, let me know how it goes. The New Orleans sheriff said this was an inside job, and they did get help from facility employees. They've arrested a maintenance man named Sterling Williams, who investigators say was asked by inmates to turn off the water in the cell they were using to escape, and he actually did it. He gladly did it. He's been charged with principal to escape and malfeasance. Now, a little bit more info about the inmates they caught. Kendall Miles was arrested Friday hiding under a car in the Hotel Monteleon garage. He decided that when he escaped, he was gonna go back to the hood, hop on his homie's Instagram, and start talking about first day out, first day out.
Yeah, man, nigga, know I hit a bag home, a bag on my boys. And I'm about to go with a 2. Get up with me. Alright.
You fresh out, huh?
Fresh out of jail. Stop playing.
What? Yeah.
A few moments later.
He ain't even get a full day before he was back in a cell. Robert Moody was apprehended Friday in Mid-City after a Crime Stoppers tip. The Keenan Dennis was captured Friday near Chefman Tour Highway and Dale Street. Gary C. Price was taken into custody Monday in New Orleans East, and Corey Boyd was taken into custody on Tuesday in Iberville neighborhood. They've also arrested 2 women named Courtney Harris and Corvante Baptiste. They're facing felony charges for helping the inmates after they escaped. So there's 8 people arrested so far and 5 inmates still out on the run. I forgot to mention that inmates that have been captured have been transferred to Louisiana State Penitentiary, also known as Angola. Now, out of the 5 inmates that are still free, there are 2 of them that are the most dangerous out of the whole group of 10. My mistake, 3 of the 5 inmates that are still free are the 3 most dangerous out of the 10. I forgot to add Linton Van Buren. Jermaine Donald, age 42, is facing second-degree murderoni and battery. Linton Van Buren is also charged with second-degree murderoni and armed robbery. And Derek Groves, age 27, is convicted of multiple killings awaiting sentencing. Speaking on Derek Groves, District Attorney Jason Williams said his staff and some witnesses have left town out of fear, particularly those tied to the case of Derek Groves, who was convicted of 4 killings and is still on the run. I am personally afraid, said Williams. 2 of my prosecutors who tried that case left the city with their families. A shooting survivor told WWL he learned his alleged attacker had escaped from a phone call from his mother, not from authorities. They said victims were notified, but I wasn't, he said. I should have been first on the list. Derek Groves is a very bad man and puts fear into the hearts of many. 3 monsters on the street. It is amazing that Orleans Parish could let something like this happen. We also have Antoine Massey, age 32, who was charged with domestic abuse and vehicle theft, as well as Leo Tate, age 31. He's facing gun, drug, and burglary charges. In the beginning of this manhunt, they said they were paying $5,000 for any information that led up to the arrest of these inmates, but now they've upped it to $20,000. I wish I lived in Louisiana, because I know they're not leaving. At Tuesday's city council hearing, Sheriff Susan Hudson accepted full responsibility for the jailbreak and the hours-long delay in notifying law enforcement and the public. Council members expressed alarm that NOPD was not alerted until 10:30 a.m., 2 hours after the jail had notified state police and 8 hours after the inmates broke out. Council members also questioned the sheriff's use of a $70 million annual budget and why OPSO isn't part of the city's financial transparency system, BRAS. A full audit by the Louisiana Legislative Auditor is now underway at lawmakers' request, because this reflects terribly on Orleans Parish Justice Center. In my last video, I read another article, but it said that they had locks that didn't work, cameras that didn't work. Sheriff Hudson said they were renovating the facility facility, but I have a hard time believing that. I'm a bit skeptical about the workers they pin the blame on because somebody has to take the blame no matter what, legally speaking. And the sheriff's office will do everything they can to take as much fire off of their backs as possible. But yeah, that's the update. I wonder if somebody's gonna get caught today on Thursday. If not, Friday. Who y'all think is next to get caught and who y'all think is getting caught last? I got a feeling that Derrick Groves is getting caught next just because he is the most dangerous. They probably gonna do everything they can to find him. Last, I don't really know. Do you think any of them have left Louisiana yet? Because if they're not trying to get caught, they should. But knowing that the first 5 got caught in Louisiana, they clearly did not plan the escape out past actually escaping. I think they just wanted a breather. That's the video though, man. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll be back soon.